Hello and welcome to my channel, Inner Alchemy Tarot. I'm so glad you're here. So today, this reading is all about messages from your higher self. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a meditation so that you can pick the pile that resonates with you the most. And I always like to tune into the heart chakra because the heart always knows what is right for you every time. Your heart is your North Star. So we're going to do a heart chakra meditation to pick which pile is for you, and this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So let's go ahead and get started with the meditation. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose and a long exhale in through your nose and a long exhale. And one more time. Focus on pile number 1 and focus in on your heart. What are the sensations in your heart? Are you drawn to pile number 1? Now focus on pile number 2. Take a deep breath. Focus in on your heart chakra. And now pile number 3. Take another deep breath. Focus on the sensations in your heart. Okay, now that you've picked your pile, I'll see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about receiving messages from your higher self. So let's see what your higher self has to say today. Our first card is Mama Killa, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Mama Killa, Mandala of the Moon. And our second card is the Empress. And so what I'm getting here is with this Mama Killa card, this card is all about there's a time for everything. There's a season for everything. And there's the darkness, but the light always follows. There's night, but day always follows. So there's a cycle for everything. And it's a card that says whatever creative project you're working on, whatever you're trying to bring into fruition into the world, it's going to happen, but there's a season for everything, and your time is coming very soon. But you know, the message of this card is very much about the divine feminine, and with the way the divine feminine works, it's not on our time schedule and the way we think things should happen. It's about things unfolding naturally in the divine timing, not the way that we think things should unfold. And so this is about releasing resistance to holding on to how you think things should be. And with this card coming in, it's about it's always darkest before the dawn. And so right now you may be in the darkness, but your higher self wants you to know that very soon you will be in the light. So you may be in the darkness right now, kind of thinking that things aren't going to work out, things aren't going to come to fruition. But with this Empress card coming in next, your higher self wants to tell you that yes, it's going to come into fruition, and you're coming into a time of abundance. Whereas maybe right now you might be in a time where things may be a little tough financially. You're trying to get a project going, you're trying to make your dreams come to fruition, but right now it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But with the Mama Killa card and also the Empress together, your higher self wants you to know that it will happen. It is going to happen. You just have to hang in there and trust. The divine feminine is at work with the Mama Killa card, and then the Empress coming in, which is a symbol of the divine feminine. And so let's see what other cards we have for you. of the heart transmission. And so your higher self wants you to know that if you just get through this tough time, that and into this time of abundance, you will be so glad that you did the things that you're doing now to get to this point. Like, your higher self wants you to know that your future self is going to thank you, because when you get to the point of this Empress energy coming in and things coming to fruition, this creative project coming to fruition, that your heart will be overflowing with joy. This is the feeling that you'll have, because you did follow your bliss, you did follow your intuition, and that led you to this feeling, overwhelming feeling of joy, because you did. It will lead you to this overwhelming feeling of joy because you did follow your intuition. Okay, let's see what card comes next. We've got Isis, goddess of magic and love. And so with this card coming in, you've got more of the divine feminine energy coming in. You got the divine feminine energy really flowing through your life, which means if there is a delay in things on your plans coming to fruition, it could be the divine feminine is moving things out of your way that are not meant to be there. So things that you may be clinging on to but really aren't supposed to be there, because they're simply just not a vibrational match anymore. So, and also what's coming through is your third eye is opening. So with this card coming in, you'll be experiencing more psychic gifts, maybe clairvoyance, maybe some predictive dreams. So pay attention to your dreams, but your third eye is opening. Okay, so the next card coming in for you is Silver Siren. Okay, when I see this card coming in, a minute ago I just said that the divine feminine, the flow of the divine feminine is coming in and getting rid of things out of your life that do not serve you anymore. And so the silver siren just really, that's what this card means, is that there's something that you're clinging on to that is hindering the full fruition of your dreams. There's something that is taking the energy away from the dream that you want to accomplish, something that you don't want to fully let go. But with the silver siren, it's something that, oh yes, this is a phrase that's coming in: all that glitters is not gold. So it's something that may seem glamorous, or it may seem like it's a good thing, but on the surface, but it's not really. So you need to focus on where your heart is leading you right now and what's giving you the most energy and inspiration. And there's something right now in your life that you need to let go in order to bring this dream that you have into fruition. Okay. So the next card we have here is the Sacred Scar. And so something that you may be clinging on to, something you might be clinging on to, something from your past, something that it may be a person, it may be a habit, it may be, but something is stealing your light. Something is connected to your past that is it's time to let go of, and the divine feminine coming in may be causing you to let go of this thing. But so the less resistance we have, the more the divine feminine can flow in and help this creative project come to fruition. But there's some sort of wounding that happened when you were younger, and it's causing you to cling to things that do not serve you. Whether it be you might be clinging to a person from your past, or an old habit, but there's something that does not serve you that you definitely need to let go. And let's see what this, we've got a Pegasus card coming in here. Descending Pegasus of the Violet Light. Okay, so with this Descending Pegasus of the Violet Light, with this card coming in, it's very connected to this card, because it's all about cutting the cords from your past and what does not serve you. So I'm getting here that there's a relationship in your life, maybe someone you've known a really long time that isn't serving you anymore, and it's time to set boundaries with this person, and or maybe not have them in your life at all. But because they're draining your energy from this dream and your soul path that you want to bring to fruition. And with this descending Pegasus of the violet light, this card is coming in to clear a path for you to bring your true soul path to fruition. And with the violet light and the crown chakra opening, it's a protection from energies that do not serve, and it's strengthening, and you are now strengthening a connection to your higher self. And this is connected to the Isis card coming in with your crown chakra opening and your third eye opening, and connecting you more to your soul path and your spiritual gifts unfolding here. But you're going to have to make some tough decisions about who you have in your life. And the divine feminine may have opened the way for this person to exit your life, or for you to have less contact with this person. So yeah, it's time for you to heal from old wounds and let go of old patterns and cords that are holding you back. And so let's see what change maker, make waves. Okay, so you are someone who came to this life with a soul mission, and that it is unfolding right now in a very big way. But right now, your higher self wants you to know that it may seem like the darkness right now, because maybe some of these old relationships are falling away, and that brings up grief, even if it was a bad relationship. But it's time to let go of those things. And if you see a pattern happening over and over, that's a sign from the universe that it is not meant for you. So you have to take those signs as they come. So if you're seeing signs that you're not meant to be around someone, or you're feeling bad whenever you're with them, or they're not supporting your dreams, or they're making negative comments about your dreams, maybe it's either time to not spend as much time with them, and open up the space for people who do support your dreams. So change maker, make waves. So you're supposed to bring some big dreams into the world to help humanity. Change maker, make waves. Wow. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so let's see what else we have. The serpent, knowledge, healing. Okay, so this card is all about the serpent. The snake is a symbol of transformation. It's a symbol of healing and transformation. So you're definitely going through a transformation. And when we go through a transformation, it also makes me think of that quote, just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. And so things may seem really dark now, and you might be going through a lot of emotions. And this whole reading is to let you know that it won't last, and that the divine feminine is clearing out what doesn't serve you, and that you are transforming, and you are going to be able to shed these things and cross a threshold that you wouldn't have been able to before, because your vibration is raising. There may have been someone in the past trying to control you, maybe even maybe even with little digs, or just not being so nice to you all the time. But it's time to let that go, and you deserve to have your dreams come true. And you are going through a transformation, and what you used to put up with in the past, you're not going to be able to put up with anymore, because you're becoming a whole different person. Trust. Oh, beautiful. So you're just going to have to trust that the divine feminine is at work in your life, and your higher self. You're just going to have to trust your higher self to lead the way, because you might be in the dark right now, and the only thing that will get you through to the other side and back on your path is trusting your higher self. And so with this trust card coming in, your higher self wants you to trust in the plan, that everything will work out, even though it might not seem that way right now, that it will. It will, because you have been taking steps in the right direction. You've been following your North Star, even though It's leading you away from your past and what you've known all of your life. You're becoming a different person, and you are going to be able to make your dreams come true. And not only that, you're a change maker. You're going to affect the lives of others for the better. So thank you for listening to your reading, pile number one. That is a beautiful message. And the overarching message that I see for you, pile number one, is that it's always darkest before the dawn. So just hang in there. You're going the right way. You're heading in the right direction, and your spiritual gifts are opening up. You're connecting to your higher self, and you're going to get to where you're going. So thank you for listening, pile number one. Namaste. Hello, pile number two, and welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about receiving messages from your higher self. So let's see what your higher self has to say today. So our first card is Lena. What must be shall be. Our second card is Life Path. So with this first card, Lena, this card is all about moving through the cycles of life, the death and rebirth process, and the cycles that everything goes through. And you see the symbol of the butterfly, and in order for the caterpillar to become the butterfly, it has to completely surrender to the death process in order to be reborn into something beautiful. And you know, the message from this card is the sacred cow gives her bones to the earth so that the soil can become mineral rich, so that new and beautiful things can be reborn. And that's the way life is. So in other words, you can use something, you know, quote unquote bad that has happened to you and turn that into fertile ground for your transformation and make it into something beautiful and a learning experience if you choose to do so. We can either wallow in victimhood, or we can use that material to grow and change and transform. So that is a beautiful message. And you know, you may be going through a transformative time right now. And then with this card here, the life path coming in. So if you look at the card, there's this baby receiving messages from an angel. And so your higher self right now is giving you information about your true life path, your soul path. You've been receiving messages, and those messages have been reaffirmed to you, maybe through dreams or different synchronicities, or something someone else will say that match with this life path dream, or the information that you're being given from your higher self. But with this card Lena coming in first, the message is that you're also going to have to let go of the old in order for this new divine life path to manifest in your life. And it might seem like a lot. It might seem like too much for you to give up. It's even if something's negative, at times it seems like it's just too hard to give up. Even if something doesn't serve you, it's just what you're used to. It's just, you know, our egos like to stay stuck in old patterns just because they're familiar, not because they're working for us, but it's just our egos don't like to venture out into the new. And so this message is for you to let go of the things that do not serve you in your process that you're going through right now. And that means letting go of old relationships as well that don't serve. And that can be really difficult. All right, let's see what we have next. Pachamama. Pachamama, she with the Andean emerald heart. And Pachamama is the archetype of Mother Gaia. And so this card comes with a message of that things may seem chaotic and it seems like you are going through some sort of life transformation. Things may seem chaotic, just like the cycles of Earth may seem just random and chaotic, and there's always, it's never perfect, and there's always the old moving out and the new moving in, the cycle of death and rebirth, and it seems like chaos, but out of that seeming chaos comes great beauty. And with the energy of Pachamama coming in, your soul can handle the seeming chaos. Your soul can handle it because your higher self is giving you this big dream. You're now ready to let go of the old to bring in the new, but that brings chaos, that brings upheaval in your relationships, upheaval in your inner world. Situations may shift and move around, like jobs. You may move to a different home. You may be called to move to a different home, or even a different location, a different city. But with the energy of Pachamama coming in, you have a very strong spirit, and you can handle these changes. You can handle, and because you wouldn't be given this big bold dream if you couldn't handle it. So just trust. You're going to have to trust that you can handle whatever comes in, and that you can use whatever seeming chaos going on as a jumping off point for your next phase in your life. Oh, and also Pachamama is coming in to tell you that you literally need to get grounded. You literally need to put your feet on the earth. And if it's too cold where you're at, what I like to do is I'll just put my hands on a tree in order to get grounded. But in order to deal with this chaos and seeming negativity that may be going on in your life, getting grounded is a powerful tool to help you handle those changes. And literally putting your feet on the earth for a few minutes a day is so healing and so powerful. Or just putting your hands on a tree. Or another thing you can do is visualize yourself being rooted to the earth and sending love to Mother Gaia. And that will also get you grounded and help you. You can imagine yourself releasing negativity into the earth, and Mother Gaia transmuting that negativity into something beautiful. So that will help you during times of transition and transformation, and in times of chaos. Okay, so let's see what you have next. Labradorite, wisdom, intuition, divination. And so if you look at this card, Labradorite is a beautiful stone, and they call it the Aurora Borealis stone because it literally looks like the Aurora Borealis. So this would be a good stone to meditate on. If you don't have one, you can just visualize the stone. And another thing that Labradorite can help you with is mental clarity. If you're feeling foggy, maybe a little brain fog recently with all of the changes going on and chaos, and meditating on the stone is going to give you mental clarity, wisdom, intuition, and divination. So beautiful. Okay, so the next card coming in, Blessing of Zara. And that card looks like the Aurora Borealis. That's really interesting. So Blessings of Zara, with this card coming in, it means that your soul has been malnourished, your spirit has been malnourished. Like, if we're really starving and we can just go into the kitchen and just eat a bunch of stuff and feel really full but still malnourished. So this card is coming in saying that you've been nourishing yourself with things that don't serve your soul path, and that your soul has been on a subconscious level kind of expunging that stuff. Your soul has been shedding toxicity. Your soul has been shedding like old energetic parasites, either through this lifetime or another lifetime. So your soul has been going through a shedding process, getting rid of things that do not serve and do not nourish your soul and your life path, because you do have this big bold dream here. So your soul knows that stuff is unnecessary. So at a subconscious level, your soul has been working overtime trying to rid this stuff from your life. So you may be feeding your soul with things that do not serve, like negative media, negative news stories. You might be around people that maybe you've known a long time, but they could be negative and kind of stealing your light. So your soul is shedding these things that do not serve, on a soul level, psychologically. You might even have some physical detox symptoms that might be going on too. And so when that happens and you hang around with people that you used to hang around with, it's a vibrational no match, and you'll come to the point where it just doesn't feel good to be around negative people, even though you love them, they're on their own journey, but you've got to do things that feed your soul, because being around someone who's negative in a negative energy field is kind of like being around a smoker and you're getting that secondhand smoke that, some people aren't aware that you need to take care of your own energy and be responsible for your own energy. And you're starting to be responsible for your own energy, and you understand that your vibration affects other people. And at a soul level, your soul is helping you to raise your vibration at a subconscious level. And you may be experiencing some physical symptoms, like maybe headaches, or just feeling tired, just feeling like you need to take a nap in the afternoon. So just physical symptoms like that are symptoms that your soul is clearing old stuff that does not serve, that won't serve you going forward. And with the blessing of Zara, you're being gifted with the divine blessing of all this negativity being cleared out, because you received this big, bold dream from your higher self, and your soul knows that in order to fulfill your divine life path, you need to shed what does not serve. And your soul is doing that at a subconscious level, and you're starting to do that at a conscious level too. You're starting to become aware of the people and places and maybe TV shows or media that you're consuming, or social media. You're starting to become aware of what does not serve and what doesn't feel good in your body when you're around these different things. And that's a clear indicator that it does not serve your soul, because you'll have a physical reaction to it. So things are being moved out of the way for you. So let's see what we have next. Oh, wow. Okay, so Uluka Vahimi, she is the goddess of karma, wealth, and balance. So if you have been focusing on the negativity in the collective recently, like we were just talking about, focusing on negative media, there's plenty of negativity to focus on. And people are out there, they want you to click on their stuff, they want you to listen to their stuff. So they're going to put controversial stuff on there that are going to stir up negativity and trigger people in order to get clicks. But this card is here to tell you that she who rides the owl brings justice. In other words, karma will always come in and correct things. You don't have to worry about things going on in the world. There's a big divine plan, and we have no idea how things are supposed to work out. Just like there's this old fable about the man who he gets a horse. Someone gifts him with a horse, and everyone says, "Oh, isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful?" And he says, "Is that so?" And then, so he's riding his horse one day, and he falls off of his horse, and he breaks his leg, and all of his friends and neighbors say, "Oh, isn't that so unfortunate?" And he says, "Is that so?" So the army comes through to recruit people, and he couldn't go because he broke his leg. So those things that seem unfortunate or negative may be a part of a grander plan that we are just not aware of, and we don't have to worry about that stuff. There are things that are just uncontrollable. There are things just like the chaos from the card and Pachamama. There are just things that are uncontrollable. But if you focus on that stuff all the time, it will just cause negativity in your life, and your soul is trying to shed that negativity. So watch what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on those negative messages all the time, it's going to make it that much harder for you, and it's just going to feel worse and worse as your vibration rises. So just focus on the divine. This card is coming in to tell you you don't have to worry about the karma of the world. Just focus on the divine and keep on focusing on the light and love and filling and nourishing your soul with love. So every day, do something to nourish your soul and focus on love. So if most of the media you've been consuming is negative, consciously seek out things that are positive and that will inspire you and fill your soul. And you don't have to worry about the negativity in the world. It's all being balanced out with karma. So that's what the energy of Aluka Vahini is here to tell you. Okay, so let's see what card we have coming in next. The Good Geisha. And so with the Good Geisha card coming in here, this card is telling me, pile number 2, that you've been wearing a mask and hiding your true self in some way. And I'm getting that, I'm picking up, and what's coming through is that your dream is to make this planet a better place in some way. But you have been hiding your true self from people around you in order to get approval and love in some way. But the thing about when we hide our true selves, we are not attracting the people and situations that are truly meant for us on our divine path, because we're not showing up as who we truly are. But something is rising up from within you that is causing you to really want to break free of that, to break free of old people-pleasing ways in the world and really show up as you truly are. You're tired of wearing that mask. You're tired of trying to fit in. It just gets old and it's exhausting and it just makes you really tired, and you want to live your life inspired, and you're inspired in some way to make this planet a better place. What's coming through is maybe through the environment or some sort of charitable organization, but you're here to be a light in the world, and you have been hiding your light behind this mask because there's a certain way you want people to perceive you, and you've been hiding your light. So now and you're feeling it in your soul that it's time to break free of that old paradigm and shed that old way of being. Okay, so let's see what's next for you from the Pegasus Oracle. Golden Spirit of Pegasus. This card is coming in to let you know you're having a healing of your sacral chakra, and that from other lifetimes and this lifetime, you've been shamed for being yourself, and that is definitely related to this card. So you've hidden yourself because you've been shamed in the past for being yourself in past lifetimes and in this one. And I'm getting that you're getting a clearing not only in this lifetime, but from the past. And so with the Golden Spirit of Pegasus coming in, you're being healed in ways that maybe in the past you didn't feel like you were good enough, or that you deserved love, or that you're not enough, just because of things that were being reflected back to you to other people. So you had those beliefs in you, and they were being reflected back to you in the people around you. And so this energy, the Golden Spirit of the Pegasus, is coming in to heal that solar plexus energy, and for you to stand in your own personal power and know that you do deserve love. You deserve unconditional love, and you've got to find that within yourself and not look out to everyone else surrounding you. You've got to really dig deep and find that within yourself, and just keep on focusing on the divine, and it will happen, and it is happening right now for you. Okay, so let's see what's coming in for you next. Your soul shines. Beautiful. And so as you're being healed on a soul level, and as you're shedding your mask that you're presenting to people, and as you feel like you're deserving of love and you have that self-love, your soul will shine through, and you're meant to be a light in this world and to make the world a better place in some way. So that is beautiful. Okay, let's see what cards we have next. The Merlin, Alchemy, Justice, Balance. And so with this Merlin card coming in, that it goes right along with the golden spirit of the Pegasus. You're going through an alchemical process of transformation, and it goes right along with the Lena card here too. The alchemical process of transformation. And you also need to go within for the answers and stop looking outside yourself for the answers. Stand in that personal power with your solar plexus chakra and look within for the answers. And with the Merlin card coming in, also, when you are in meditation, ask for signs and omens that you are on the right track. For instance, I have a couple of signs that the universe sends me when I'm on the right track, like the hummingbird. Whenever I see a hummingbird, I know that I'm on the right track, or a blue butterfly. So you have to decide that within yourself what omens you're looking for. When my guardian angel is sending me a message, I get feathers, white feathers. So you kind of have to develop a language of your own with the universe, and the universe will play along with you. But ask for those omens and signs that you are on the right track. And also, another message with this card is be in the world, but not of it. So don't get so consumed with what's going on all around, the whirlwind of the collective. There's so much negativity out there. Don't get consumed by it. Be informed, but don't let yourself get sucked in by the constant information vortex, which is mostly negative. So just maintain a balance there. So let's see what other card you have here. Disruption. So with this card coming in, it is telling you that things may seem chaotic right now. So it's in relation to the Pachamama card. Things may seem chaotic right now and kind of shaking you at your foundation, but it's just so that you can build yourself back up on a solid foundation. Because what you've built so far is a foundation where you are not showing your true self. You've been hiding your true self and your true nature and your true spirit in some way, and you're a beautiful soul. So as your vibration shifts at a soul level, and as you begin showing yourself for who you truly are, there will be disruptions that seem a little chaotic, but those things are just happening to clear the way, just like she who rides the aisle brings justice. Clear the way for those things that do not serve you, and it will cleanse the way so that things that do serve you will have space to come in, because that's the way the cycle of the world works. And so if things are disruptive right now, if things seem a little chaotic, just know that your higher self is with you and knows the plan, and knows that you're a beautiful soul that is emerging. Your soul shines. You're a beautiful soul that is emerging with your light, and that even though things may seem chaotic right now, it won't be that way forever. And it's just happening so you have fertile ground to fulfill your life's mission, because those experiences, those things that seem bad at the time, when I look back at my life, I wouldn't change any of them, because I wouldn't be who I am right now. And those things that have happened that didn't necessarily seem really great at the time have been my biggest teachers. And so just know that you're supported. Just focus on the divine, and have faith that your life is unfolding in a beautiful way. And so thank you, pile number 2, for listening to your reading. Namaste. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about messages from your higher self. So let's see what your higher self has to say. Pamasundari, out of darkness, the light is born. We have a couple of tarot cards for you. The Seven of Wands. And so what I'm getting, what's coming through for you is that you're going through, right now you're going through a dark night of the soul. With out of darkness the light is born. And you can see that Padma Sundari, she's the goddess, the archetype of the Divine Mother. She's holding two lotus flowers. And with that symbol, the lotus flowers, they grow in deep, muddy waters. And when they reach the light, they emerge into this beautiful flower. Right now you're going through a dark night of the soul moment, and you're having to face with the Seven of Wands card here, you're having to face your own inner demons and your shadow self. And you're also having to face those shadows and turmoil within your relationships. So right now you're going through a time of conflict and a time of shadows, but with the Padma Sundari card, out of darkness the light is born, eventually the light will be born out of the darkness. And you need those dark times in order for your soul to emerge and start fresh. And then we have another tarot card here. It is the Nine of Cups. And so with this Nine of Cups energy coming in, that it's letting you know that this dark night of the soul energy is going to be moving out of your life really soon, and you're going to begin a new chapter where you'll be receiving blessings and love and abundance into your life. So with this Knight of Cups energy coming in, that is the wish card. So you've been going through the dark night of the soul and conflict within and within your relationships, but this card is coming in to let you know that your wishes will come true. This chapter in your life will soon come to an end, the chapter of conflict and turmoil and inner turmoil, and you will emerge like the lotus flower emerges out of the mud. So let's see what cards coming up next. The first ray of power. And with the first ray of power card coming in here, this is a card that means that divine will is active in your life. And so to me, that goes right along with this Nine of Cups energy. And what divine will is doing is it's clearing out everything that does not serve you. People, situations, anything that's an energy drain, making way for this wish fulfilled card, this wish fulfilled energy. And in order for you to move on from the turmoil and conflict, you need to let go and surrender of what does not serve you. And sometimes that can be hard because our ego definitely wants to hang on, and our ego does not want to surrender the old stuff, even if it's not serving us, it's familiar to the ego, and the ego likes to stay in the familiar. But divine will is at work in your life, and your ego will have no choice but to surrender, and out of the darkness comes the light. So let's see what other cards are coming in. We've got clear quartz, and clear quartz, clarity, healing, endless possibilities. I love that. So with this clear quartz energy coming in, you're getting a fresh start. All sorts of new possibilities are coming into your life. And with this clear quartz energy, so quartz, you get to charge with any energies that you want. So you're getting a fresh start. So what's coming through is that you should make time to meditate and visualize the way you want your life to be. So you're starting again, you're starting anew, and take this time to really use the power of your intention to intend what you want your new life to be like. And just like you can charge the clear quartz with whatever energies you want, you can charge up your new life with whatever energies you want, depending on what you focus on. So use your power of visualization to visualize what you want in your life. Okay, let's see what card we have next. Beta of Spirit Wolf. The energy of Beta of Spirit Wolf asks you to take a look at your anxiety levels. So too many beta brain waves cause anxiety and anxiety disorders. So this card is asking you to take a look at that. Are you burning the candle on both ends? Do you need to get more rest? You need to take out time to meditate and reduce those beta waves and restore balance. So also, this beta of Spirit Wolf comes in to ask you to take a look at how you are handling your conflicts. Are you being too intimidating when you're handling your conflicts? It asks you to soften your energy and use your intuition with people. Use the more divine feminine energy and your intuition with people to navigate through conflicts. And also, what's coming through is that you might be a lone wolf. And the thing about wolves is they travel in a pack and they're playful and loving with each other. So if you've been a lone wolf, it's time to let people in and let that love in and that the more playful spirit. And definitely use your intuition more when navigating situations. So let's see what cards are coming in next for you. Bright Baby. The energy of this card is that you have been making things too complicated and have been ignoring your heart and the simple truth. So with pile number 3, I see that you have a very brilliant, active mind, but those thoughts that you have whirring around in your mind all of the time can, your ego can use those thoughts against you to hold you back from your destiny. And with this card here, Padma Sundari, another thing that is coming through is that you have what it takes to get through this dark night of the soul. You have a strong spirit, and you're very intelligent and very bright, and your mind is always very active, and that comes in with the beta of Spirit Wolf, but you've got too much beta energy going on. So now it's time to get some more relaxation energy and focus on the heart. So in the heart is very wise and it knows the direction that we need to go. So just instead of focusing on your mind and your thoughts, just every day take a minute. And the meditation came up earlier before with clear quartz. So every day take just a few minutes just to focus on your heart and your breathing. Your heart knows the way, and your heart is very intelligent as well, and your heart knows the simple truth. Your heart is uncomplicated. Your mind is very complicated and convoluted and will not help you on your path. You want your mind to be in service of your heart. You want your mind to be a servant of your heart and your heart's mission. So in order to do that, you literally need to take time every day just to focus on your heart and breathing, and that will take you out of your beta waves and your anxiety, and it will calm you down immediately. Just a few breaths focusing on your heart. And if you're confused with all of this beta energy going on and all the thoughts whirring around in your mind, your heart knows the simple truth. And tuning into your heart and your reactions of your heart in situations, you're tuning into your intuition and your higher truth, and your higher self is coming in when you're tuning into your heart. That's how you can connect to your higher self. Tuning into your heart, keeping it simple, keeping those simple truths rather than the convoluted stories our mind makes up to keep us stuck in the mud rather than that lotus flower emerging out of the mud. So just focus on your heart every day, and your heart is your North Star. It will lead you to where you want to go if you just take the time to simply breathe into it. And if you're in a situation and your mind starts running away with you like a wild river, just, if you can, take that one breath and put your attention on your heart, and your heart will always know what to do. If you ask your heart what to do in a particular situation, you will get an answer. If you just focus in on your heart, what should I do? Wait for an answer. You will always get an answer, and it'll always be simple and true. and guide you in the way of love rather than the way of stress and anxiety. And I've got to accomplish this thing no matter what, even if it's at the detriment of my well being. So just keep it simple, follow your heart, and just soften that energy and tune into your intuition. Okay, let's see what cards we have next here from the Pegasus Oracle. Fountain of Pegasus. So this card is about wishes fulfilled as well, just like the Nine of Cups. So you've got two cards coming in about wishes being fulfilled, and this card is also about starting fresh and emotional healing. You're going through a big emotional healing right now, even though the dark night of the soul does not feel good and you may be in some pain. This card is coming in to let you know that it's because there's an emotional healing going on, and you're being washed clean of old karma and you're getting a fresh start. And this card is also about intention setting, just like the clear quartz. So endless possibilities. Imagine the possibilities. Your intention is really powerful right now. Whenever we go through a big transformation like this, we're at a point, at a new threshold when we can imagine the life that we want. So meditation is coming through again for you, pile number 3, and you can imagine this fountain of Pegasus, white light just washing over you as you focus on your heart, and imagine that emotional cleansing. You've got to be open to the emotional cleansing as well. You've got to be open to it, and the more open you are to it, the more quickly it'll happen. So with the water washing down, washing those emotions clean out of your body and your karma of your past lives. So just imagine that white light and imagine your wishes being fulfilled. But it's really important to put what you want out there to the universe as well, so the universe knows exactly what you want. The power of your intention is really important at this time. So I love this Fountain of Pegasus, such a beautiful card. Okay, so let's see what's next for you, pile number 3. Oh my gosh. Choose who you are becoming. That is amazing. Choose who you are becoming. So you're getting a fresh start. You're getting a total emotional clearing, emotional healing. Just focus on your heart. Use your intention to guide you rather than your mind, and you can become anyone you want to be. You're just being given a chance to start fresh, start anew, and choose who you want to be. In every moment we can choose who we want to be, but for you, pile number 3, this is a particular message for you, that because you're just hitting the reset button in your life. You're hitting the reset button in your life, and you're going to have some wishes fulfilled, and you get to choose what you want. This is a powerful energy coming in for you. The divine coming in and washing away that which does not serve you. And your higher self wants you to know right now to set your intentions for who you want to become. Write it down. Visualize, who do you want to be in this world? Who do you want to be? And that's what your higher self wants you to know. You need to choose who you are becoming, because you are getting this fresh start, because you're like the lotus flower emerging, being reborn out of the darkness. You get to choose who you are becoming. It's beautiful. Okay, so next, love. Okay, so we have the love card coming in, and the raven. So this card is about love coming into your life, and what's coming through in particular for pile number 3, this is about self-love. Going through this dark night of the soul will give you that core of self-love to build upon, and so you will be building up that muscle of self-love within yourself. And we've got the beta of Spirit Wolf. So your old ways were to just follow the mind and let your mind run away with the thoughts and the stories and kind of beat yourself up. But the new way, choose who you are becoming, is a person who loves themselves enough to take the time out to connect to their heart and their own soul and their own higher self. And when you connect with your heart, you are connecting with your higher self. So a person who loves themselves enough to connect with their higher self, that's what's coming in here. And then the raven, so the card of the raven, magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. So with the first ray of power coming in and the divine will coming in and choosing who you are becoming and really setting your intention and the wish fulfilled cards coming in, you're going to start seeing some magic in your life. You're going to start seeing events unfold in your favor. Instead of having this conflict, the inner and the conflict in your relationships, you're going to start seeing things unfolding in your favor, just amazing coincidences unfolding where you'll meet the right people and new people. Whenever you go through a transformation, you're at that threshold, you leave people behind. Think of the metaphor of like an empty elevator. You'll have a bunch of people in an elevator with you from your old life, but when you go to the next floor, that elevator empties. When you're on the way to the next floor, the people that were in your life, they leave, and then you've got the empty elevator. But when you go up to the next floor, new people will step in. But you may feel lonely right now, but it's just because your life is making way, making space for new energies, new people, new situations in your life. And you're going to start seeing magic and coincidences and divine will and the wish fulfilled cards, the Fountain of Pegasus energy coming into, and the energy of the raven coming in to line things up for you in a way that you have never seen before. Let me just go over the overarching messages from your higher self. So your higher self wants you to know that even though you're going through the dark night of the soul, your soul, you have a beautiful soul and you have what it takes to make it through this moment. And what it takes is not as complicated as you think it is. It's just a matter of focusing in on your heart and following that truth, that simple truth in your North Star within your body. And then the wish fulfilled cards. This is a powerful time to use your intention to choose who you're becoming so that your wishes can be fulfilled, kind of putting your order in with the universe, and more love in your life, self-love in particular, magic, coincidences, and synchronicities. So beautiful messages for you today, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Namaste.